In a major relief to migrants across the country, number of Shramik trains have been doubled. Tickets to be booked online. Railway says efforts being made to help migrants board the railway station head on main line close to their location. Railways also announces 200 non-AC special passenger trains from 1st of June. Cyclone Amphan weakens into an extremely severe cyclonic storm, moving north-northeastwards over the Bay of Bengal and cross West Bengal-Bangladesh coasts between Digha and Hatia Islands this afternoon. Coastal districts of Odisha and West Bengal brace for the cyclone. More than 50 lakh people are being evacuated to safer places. To prepare for the cyclone and mitigate its impact, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday reviewed measures. Union Home Minister Amit Shah assures all help to Chief Ministers of West Bengal and Odisha. Cabinet Secretary takes stock of the ground situation. "41 NDRF teams deployed in both the states. Rescue and relief teams of Army, Navy and Air Force ready for any emergency. Energy and Telecom Department also gear up to deal with impact of the super cyclone. Many activities make a slow and steady comeback as nationwide restrictions ease in phase 4 of the lockdown. Buses and autos have started running in Delhi. Markets reopened under odd-even scheme. Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Kerala and other states allow easing of conditions. Recovery rate of COVID-19 cases in India increases to 38.73%. Active cases stand at 58,802. Death toll now stands at 3,163 per million deaths in India as compared to other countries is much less. Total number of COVID-19 cases in the world crossed 48,29,000. More than 3,19,000 deaths. Brazil now stands ahead of Italy and Spain in the total COVID-19 cases. WHO states agree to independent probe of COVID-19 response. Good morning. You're watching DD News and I'm Preeti presenting the bulletin. In the next half an hour, we'll get you an account of everything that's making it to the headlines. Also, we get you a special report on how to boost and strengthen your immunity, given the need for it in these days to keep yourself safe in the fight against COVID-19. Stay with us. First, we get you details on the Shramik trains. The Indian Railways has planned to double the number of Shramik trains to bring more relief to the migrants. Union Railways Minister Piyush Goyal said that within the next 2 days, Indian Railways will double the number of Shramik special trains to 400 per day. He urged all the migrants are requested to stay where they are. Indian Railways will get them back home over the next few days. Railways has asked the state governments to identify and locate these migrants who are walking on the roads to go to their home states and transport them to the nearest mainline railway station after doing their registration at the nearest district headquarters, and give a list of these travellers to the railway authorities so that arrangements can be made for their further travel through Shramik specials. More than 21.5 lakh migrants have already been transported to their home states through Shramik special trains in 19 days, and more than 1,600 special trains have been operated till 19th of May. Meanwhile, the first Shramik special train bound for Chhatarpur station in Madhya Pradesh left from Katra railway station yesterday. Around 1,286 migrant workers are on board the train. Shramik Express carrying 1,188 stranded persons of Chhattisgarh left from Goa's Karmali railway station for Bilaspur yesterday evening. Besides this, Western Railway has operated 582 Shramik special trains since May 2nd, carrying over 8.31 lakh passengers to their desired destinations. Yesterday, 5 trains were operated, including those for Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand and Madhya Pradesh. Railways are proving to be the biggest help to the workers and common people during the corona epidemic. In addition to these Shramik special trains, Indian Railways announced that it will run 200 non-AC trains daily from 1st of June. In a series of tweets yesterday, the Railways Minister said that online booking will start soon. These trains will run in addition to the special Shramik trains. The routes and schedule of these trains will be intimated soon. No tickets will be sold at any railway station, and prospective travellers should not come to the railway station to buy the tickets. Efforts will be made such that they will be able to board the trains from railway station head on the main line, which is close to their existing location. And now let's get to updates on the extremely severe cyclonic storm Umphan, which is moving north-northeastwards across the northwest Bay of Bengal. It will cross West Bengal, Bangladesh coasts between Digha in West Bengal and Hatia Islands in Bangladesh, close to Sundarbans during afternoon today to evening hours today itself, and according to the IMD, it will cross with maximum sustained wind speed of 155 to 165 kilometers per hour, gusting to 185 kilometers per hour. Today, rainfall will occur in most places in the districts of Gangetic, West Bengal, with heavy to a hefty downpour at a few places in Kolkata, Howrah, East Midnapur, North and South 24 Parganas and Hooghly districts. The Met Department has thus advised all establishments and markets to remain closed in the city and the adjoining areas, and restriction on movement of people has been put into force today. Over 50 lakh people are being evacuated to safer places. Fishermen have been advised not to venture into the sea. 41 NDRF teams have been deployed in both the states. Rescue and relief teams of Army, Navy and Air Force are ready for any emergency. Energy and Telecom Department has also geared up to deal with the impact of the cyclone. Meanwhile, Home Minister Amit Shah yesterday spoke to Chief Ministers of West Bengal and Odisha. In view of the cyclone, he reviewed the preparedness and offered all requisite help. The Home Minister reiterated that central government is ready to provide any support to both the affected states to deal with the situation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi took stock of the situation and reviewed the preparedness against cyclone Umphan on Monday itself. National Crisis Management Committee under Cabinet Secretary Rajiv Gauba had also reviewed the preparedness of the states and central ministries and the agencies to deal with the cyclonic storm. And our correspondent Momita Biswas is joining us from Kolkata, and Rizwana Akhtar is joining us from Odisha. We will first go across to our correspondent Momita. Momita, we've given the broad outline of the movement which is expected today of the extremely severe cyclonic storm Umphan. You let us know more details. How is the morning there today, first of all?
Yes, the severe cyclone Umphan is about to hit the West Bengal in the afternoon, but from the mid today, a severe rainfall and heavy wind blow has been noticed in the whole West Bengal. Currently, we are in Kolkata, and from the morning itself, there's a heavy rainfall, and the speed of the wind has also been increased rapidly. If we talk about the other districts, like the most affected, which will be affected with this cyclone, is like Odisha, Hooghly, the Digha, 24 Paraganas, East Midnapur. Those are the 8 districts which will be highly affected with this cyclone. If we talk about the precautionary measures, yes, the NDRFs and the SDRF teams are working from last 2 days to evacuate lakhs of people from this low-lying areas to the higher-lying areas. They are shifted to many schools and hotels and other government centers with the relief materials which can be provided at the current moment. You can see currently I'm in Kolkata, and beside me it's the heavy rainfall has been started. Even we can't move out. We was thinking to go out and you show the weather, but we are not able to move from this current location due to heavy rainfall and heavy wind blow. The cyclone, which is merely need to hit in the afternoon in West Bengal and other adjacent the district like states like Odisha, is increasing very rapidly. The movements in the sea has also been increased. Water level has been increased. It has been come in the roads in Digha and Kakdeep, Sundarban and other areas.
All right, Momita, also let us know details of any specific word of caution which has been put in by the administration for the people to follow.
Yes, it's very challenging currently to follow the social, social norms regarding coronavirus, because lakhs of people has been evacuated from those places. But the administrations are quite, making this thing very immediate, like to maintain social distance. Free mask has been given to them in the schools and hotels where the people have been kept maintaining with the social distance. Fruits, water, drinking water, clean drinking water has been provided to them. Every the possible steps, or you can say every precautionary measures has been taken by the administration and or the district officials or the block officials to maintain social distance in this pandemic situation, plus in this cyclonic situation.
All right, Mamita, from here we go across to our correspondent Rizwana, who's joining us from Odisha. Rizwana, we just talked to Mamita a while back, and she talked of the efforts which are being put in to place, efforts which are being put in place to ensure people are safe there. You're in Odisha. First of all, let us know what are the weather conditions this morning.
The weather condition is that as Imphal is closing in onto the coast, is about 125 kilometers at a distance of Paradip now. The wind speed is increasing to 110 kilometers in all the districts of North Orissa, which were under orange alert. That is Jagatsinghpur, Bhadrak, Kendrapada and Mayurbhanj. And in other districts as well, like Keonjhar, Khurda, Cuttack, Gajapati, there is heavy rainfall, moderate to heavy rainfall. Paradip has received the highest rainfall so far. It's about 197 millimeter rain. The district administration has continued evacuation process till late night, and early this morning also they have started rescue operations, relief and rescue operations, so that people are moved into safer places. The administration has said that all people living in Kacha houses should be moved to safer places, because the wind speed is such that all the thatched houses is likely to blow away. Chief Secretary just spoke to the press a while back, and he said that the state is completely and well prepared to meet any exigencies. There are 4 senior IAS officers overlooking the evacuation, relief and rescue operation in these affected districts. And he said that the next from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. will be very crucial. This will be the peak period. People have been advised not to move out of their houses, and all the cyclone shelters where people have been moved into, they are equipped with food, emergency power supply, with masks, with sanitizers, and even a nodal officer in the form of a sarpanch or this teacher looking into their welfare.
All right. Yes, Rizwana, we've also told our viewers what the efforts have been made on the state level and also by the central government to ensure that people remain safe there. 41 NDRF teams have been deployed in both the states. Also, 50 lakh people have been evacuated. But given the trying and testing times of COVID-19 these days, the challenge of evacuating people becomes all the more tough in order to maintain the norms of social distancing. Let us know more on this. How is the administration there dealing with this?
In the very beginning itself, it was informed to all the NDRF or ODRA personnel that this will be the biggest challenge, because maintaining social distance while trying to move these people to safer places and in cyclonic shelters which are already quite overcrowded. So messages are being sent to them via phones also, and people are being informed that you have to be safe from COVID-19 and you have to be safe from the cyclone as well. So all these places where people have taken shelters, they are fully equipped with masks, and people are being asked to stay a little further away. But it's a little difficult because those places are already crowded. But nevertheless, the sanitizers are there, and people are being asked or told to maintain social distance as far as possible.
All right, Rizwana, thank you so much for joining us, and also Momita, thank you for joining us. Both the reporters talked of the day which is expected today in both the states when the cyclone there makes a landfall, and our correspondent tells us from Odisha that 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. would be very crucial today. We'll keep you updated on the movement of of the cyclone there and also the efforts and the measures which are being taken by both the states to ensure safety of the citizens there. Meanwhile, let's get you other updates. We'll talk of Vande Bharat mission now. Stranded Indians continue to fly back to the comfort of their homeland through the Vande Bharat mission. The latest being 2 special flights with NRIs reaching Cochin International Airport yesterday night. Air India flight from Dammam arrived at the international airport at 8:30 p.m. and the Air India Express flight from Kuala Lumpur at 10:15 p.m. A total of 143 persons from Dammam and 178 from Kuala Lumpur, including a child, returned to their native place. AI 1906 Riyadh Calicut flight has landed with 152 passengers, 4 passengers each from Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, 1 from West Bengal, while the rest from different districts of Kerala were on board the flight. 53 pregnant women were among the passengers, 19 children under the age of 10 and 5 senior citizens above the age of 65 were also among the passengers. 2 passengers were admitted to hospital due to health emergency, among whom 1 had exhibited symptoms of COVID-19. Indians also returned from Doha to Kannur. More than 175 Indians flew back yesterday evening on the special flight. The passengers proudly held the tricolour at the airport before getting the formalities completed. A special flight from Bahrain with 174 passengers also landed in Hyderabad. More than 170 passengers also flew back on the same flight from Abu Dhabi to Visakhapatnam. Today, some flights are expected to arrive as well. Flight from London will arrive in Vijayawada today morning as part of the Vande Bharat mission. Air India Express will arrive from Dubai at 6:25 p.m. and Air India Express from Manila will arrive at 11:45 p.m. And up next, we'll get you an update on the COVID-19 situation in the country. 2,350 COVID-19 patients have been cured in the last 24 hours, which means that recovery rate is improving continuously and currently it stands at 38.73%. India currently has 58,802 active cases of COVID-19. Only 2.9% of the cases are in the ICUs. India has about 0.2 deaths per lakh population and 24 lakh samples have been tested so far. And the nationwide lockdown has been extended till 31st of May, but in its 4th iteration, the lockdown has come with several restrictions being eased. Delhi saw the return of public transport and some of the traffic that it is infamous for during the office hours. Up next, we'll take an update on how life and livelihood pick up pace in other parts of the country as well. Take a look.
Lockdown 4 is substantially different from earlier stages in the manner that the contours are changed and many decisions about the nuances have been left for the states to fathom and act upon. Many places are now literally bustling with increased activity. In Delhi, DTC and cluster buses resumed operation on the city roads from Tuesday after nearly 2 months with distancing norms in place.
सरकार का फैसला बहुत बढ़िया वेल एंड गुड है. इससे क्या है कि कोरोना में किसी को दिक्कत नहीं होगी और अपना देश भी बचेगा इससे.
The Delhi government also allowed autos, taxis, cabs and other last-mile connectivity vehicles with limited number of passengers to maintain social distancing. The cab drivers have been instructed to disinfect passenger seat after each drop-off. Carpooling was not allowed for cab aggregator and only 2 passengers were allowed in a cab.
पन्नी लगाना हमारे केंद्र और राज्य सरकार का निर्देश था. पन्नी लगाने से सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग बनती है. इससे हमारे परिवार, हमारे बच्चे, हमारे आस पड़ोस और हमारी सवारियों के लिए ये सुरक्षित है. खुद भी सेफ और गाड़ी भी सेफ, सवारी सेफ, पूरा परिवार सेफ.
Many markets in Delhi also opened for customers. However, markets in congested areas like Chandni Chowk and Sadar Bazaar remained closed. Tea shops were also open after a long gap. Public transport also started in many places in Karnataka on Tuesday. IT companies also resumed operations with minimum required staff. In Gujarat too, people returned to the markets after a long time as many restrictions were eased slowly. Social distancing norms were also followed. The lockdown rules and guidelines were eased in Kerala too, as state government allowed limited activity in phase 4 of the lockdown. In Assam also, people were seen in the markets as the rules eased and many establishments were allowed to resume operations. Auto rickshaws and cabs began plying on the streets of Hyderabad after the rules were eased in Phase 4. The Uttar Pradesh government also allowed resumption of all industrial activities in non-containment zones in the state in the fourth phase of the coronavirus lockdown till May 31st. All vegetable markets were allowed to open from 4 am to 7 am only. Shop owners and staff will have to wear masks and arrange sanitizers for customers. The markets were also open in Patna, Ranchi and Chandigarh. Bureau Report, DD India.
And enhancing the body's natural defense system plays an important role in maintaining optimum health. Our correspondent Kiran Bhardwaj spoke to Dr. Tanuja Nisari to find out how Ayurveda helps in strengthening our immunity.
How important is strengthening our immunity and reducing the risk of coronavirus infection? To talk about this, we have with us Dr. Tanuja Nisari. Dr. Nisari, welcome. How to boost our immunity? What are the Ayurvedic principles that help to boost the immunity?
To improve our immunity, first our diet should be fresh. Karela, methi, all those vegetables and foods if we include in our daily diet, I think that would definitely reduce the cough and increase our immunity. Early morning, have turmeric 2 to 3 pinch powder with honey with warm water. Black pepper, long pepper, cinnamon, clove, that can be added in the warm water. And early morning, warm water with ginger, adrak, which is dry also and wet also, and with squeezing 2 to 3 drops of lemon. I think that also will clear the passage. Pranayam and yoga along with your lifestyle is very important.
What herbs will help us to boost the immunity?
The bitter herbs, which are rasayan, rejuvenating herbs, should be taken. The first is giloy. It is in Sanskrit, it is called as guduchi. It is Tinospora cordifolia. You can take powder, you can take decoction of guduchi stem, 30 ml to 40 ml powder, 1 to 3 gram, or there are tablets available. Neem leaf paste as a chutney along with jaggery or black pepper you can take. Tulsi juice 1 ml, 5 ml along with black pepper and honey. I think that will also boost up the immunity. The fourth important is aloe vera, which is bitter, and that also increases the immunity. There are many herbs like adusa, then mulethi, Glycyrrhiza glabra, that also can be taken. Drink always warm water.
Thank you, Dr. Tanuja, for this information. Ayurveda is the mantra to boost the immunity and reduce the risk of coronavirus infection. Kiran Bhardwaj, DD News.
All right, so that was the special segment of how to enhance and strengthen your immunity. Let's get you an update on the overall number of global COVID-19 cases in the world. The cases have increased to over 48.29 lakh, while the death toll has increased to over 3.19 lakh. The United States has announced to deliver 200 medical ventilators this week to Russia. Significantly, with more than 2,99,940 cases of infection, Russia has the world's second highest cases in terms of total confirmed cases. It has so far registered over 2,837 deaths. Only the United States has reported more cases. U.S. Embassy has said that the first batch of 50 ventilators should be ready for shipment today, while the remaining 150 will be ready shortly after. The United States has so far registered more than 15,27,350 cases of the infection, with death toll surpassing 91,840. And that's it in this edition of the News this hour. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.